Greetings, dear Pisces. It's me, your tarot reader, Angelica. Today is this reading for April 2025. Well, let's get started. By the way, take note. Also, check out this video. The link is above. If you haven't watched it, be sure to do so. I think you'll like it. Well, now for April, preparing for April. It's literally at the doorstep and knocking on the door. Or perhaps it has already opened the door for you, dear Pisces. Let's see what awaits you in terms of important events. So the first one, an important event in April. The second and the third important event for you. Next, work-related questions. What awaits you in your professional activities in April 2025? Also, what will your income be? And let's see what awaits you in your personal life. Oh, it seems your card has fallen out. All right, let's see what awaits you in your personal life. We have placed it. Let's then look at what to pay attention to in terms of health and advice from the cards for you for April. Okay, let me adjust this. The first important event for you is the Five of Swords. The second important event, wow, your fives are so active, the Five of Wands. The third important event is the Eight of Pentacles. And sometimes when I do a spread, I immediately see the overall, let's say, trend. And sometimes these are, let's say, different events that are unlikely to interact with each other. Ooh. Although in your spread, I think that the three important events are united, let's say, by one theme, and this theme is most likely professional activity. Is that so? Let's go ahead and reveal this card here. Most likely it is so, because with the Eight of Pentacles, I'll start. With this card, I definitely want to tell you that in April, you will be completely engrossed in your work, you will be absorbed in some work process, and looking at this card, I certainly think you will absolutely be doing something with joy. It inspires you, it impresses you with great enthusiasm. Although it is indeed certainly very hard work, nevertheless, you know, it's such an absorption when you don't want to be distracted by anything, when there's no desire to talk to someone or just waste time. No, on the contrary, as a high-level professional, you will definitely be using your talents beneficially and will thoroughly enjoy this work process. Perhaps this is because you undoubtedly aspire to advance in your career, you want to be better than others, to be ahead of others. Maybe you just really love your job. Perhaps here, by the way, there's a feeling that the better I work, the more I am valued. And essentially, the Eight of Pentacles is a card where you, and only you, when, are the blacksmiths of your happiness, your, let's say, achievements. And so, with this card, there's a desire to perform work well, a desire to be ahead of everyone. This suggests that you might overlook something. And you might not notice that someone is playing a game against you, moreover a dishonest, tough game with some setups. This might have happened as a result of you having a quarrel, an argument, or a scandal with someone, and this person hasn't forgotten how you might have offended them in that argument or quarrel, or perhaps it's just a vindictive person or someone who is simply ready to seek revenge. You understand? There are such people. Or here, you know, as they say, your interests and someone else's might clash. But in any case, be careful in April, because you might be drawn into some kind of adventure, you might be set up, you might be dragged into a conflict. And as a result of this conflict, you might even be provoked to leave your job, for example. There might be something else, like encountering someone's unscrupulousness. You will face a very cunning, deceitful opponent. And this opponent is ready to disgrace and insult you. Overall, it's quite difficult and tense. Perhaps in this sense the Strength card appears here, because you will need to show strength, you need to overcome this, let's say, opponent, who will be taking actions against you. This card is like passing a test. But this card is good. It speaks of your victory. Having gone through trials, through some kind of process where there may be conflicts, setups, some adventures or traps. But at the same time, By taking on this challenge, you will emerge victorious in a very, fierce competitive struggle. And can you achieve success through strength? Undoubtedly you can. However, it will be, let's say, not easy, but you will manage. The main thing I would say here, and please don't take offense, dear Pisces, the main thing is not to be like goldfish that grant everyone's wishes, but to be like sharp-toothed sharks, to bite these ill-wishers and envious people in half. Also, after biting the envious people in half, don't forget to spit them out. They're very toxic. They are poisonous, so it's better to spit them out and forget about them. Well, all right, let's move on. So what else can be done here in terms of working with the Strength Arcana? This, as I said, is some kind of trial. And this card also indicates that you will need to show strength yourself, the strength to stand up for yourself, the strength of conviction, the strength of confidence. While something like that will happen, this card also speaks of some competitions, contests. What is the Five of Wands? A card of competitions, contests, competitive struggle. All of this is also about strength. If it plays out in such a way that it's just some kind of conflict, you argue with someone and that's it, and you forget about it. Although with the Five of Swords, it's not usually forgotten. It lingers, leaving a bit of a bitter aftertaste. Or, like in that movie, the spoons were found, but the aftertaste remained. So it might also be the case in your professional activity that you will simply demonstrate a very high level of productivity. And then the pig carried it. You can expect recognition of your authority. And there will be some important matters to which you will dedicate a lot of your energy. And you will put in a lot of effort to achieve your goals. Well, both the Eight of Pentacles and Strength indicate that you will be dedicating yourself to some work task, some assignment, some endeavor with all the zeal of your energy. And once again, this card suggests that due to your unwavering dedication and commitment towards professionalism, undoubtedly your positive attitude and self-confidence will enable you to emerge victorious, overcoming any competitors. Well, then in general terms, victory will indeed be yours, so remain patient. Next, let's see what awaits you in terms of finances. Well, here's another card that indicates someone is scheming behind your back, specifically regarding your professional activities. There might be some setups. Pay attention, as indicated by the moon. These could be setups in the form of bribes, for example, that are planted on you. It could be slander to defame you, resulting in you being deprived of a bonus or demoted. Or they might drag you into some dubious deals, set you up, or force you to make unreliable investments. You know, how they can confuse you when you don't understand. You seem to trust the person, but they only wish to set you up in this their own scheme. So here the card is saying to be cautious regarding money. It might just play out as unstable income. That is, the moon suggests that sometimes it's plentiful, sometimes it's empty, sometimes there is money, sometimes there isn't. It could be some kind of fluctuating financial situation, maybe a financial crisis. Whether this financial crisis will specifically affect the country you are in, or you personally, I cannot say here. I can only advise you to, as they say, set aside a financial cushion, and in April not to talk to anyone about your income plans, ideas, moods, and so on. Let all of this remain a secret, hidden as per the moon according to the energy of the moon. Next, let's see what awaits you in your personal life. In personal life, there is love here. And also, this card indicates that you, especially as we look at the symbolism of this card, are in love. That not only your hearts and hands are united, you are together. You have love. You have such harmonious, wonderful relationships. You have already made your choice. In general, the Lover's card also signifies a card of choice. However, here the hands are already united, meaning you have made your choice. You are with the person with whom you have sincere love, trust, loyalty, and devotion, where you are ready to take responsibility for each other, where there is support, mutual understanding, and mutual assistance. And where there is a feeling that the partner for a woman or the partner for a man is two halves of one whole. And without your other half, you can't even imagine yourself in April. So love, love, and love. For those who are not in a relationship, the card may indicate that you will meet and get to know someone in April, and most likely these will be very sincere, mutual feelings. It will be true, strong love, the feeling that you have met your other half, harmony, loyalty, devotion once again. And in principle, according to this card, it is quite likely that the relationship will grow strong, and in the future will develop into a strong marriage. So this is a card of happiness and love, and opportunities in personal life. Next, what to pay attention to in terms of health. In terms of health, here is the Empress. Firstly, the health here is, of course, good. But by the way, with the lovers, there can be such a meaning in relationships. It's like news of a pregnancy or a birth of a child already. And the Empress says the same, that there may be the birth of a child, or, women naturally find out they are pregnant and will tell their husbands about it. But if we speak in general and the issues of pregnancy and the birth of a child are not relevant for you, then this is a card of good health, such vital forces. In general, a desire to take care of yourself, your body. Overall, it's a card of good energies and a rich, productive life and efficiency when there's enough health for everything. So in terms of health, there's nothing to worry about. Let's look further. Advice. The advice of this card is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands essentially is a card of happiness, celebration, success. And here, it rather suggests that you look at the beginning of our spread. Five of Swords, a card of conflict, some kind of setup, trap, and so on. I mentioned this. And we end the spread with a celebration, essentially a victory. So in this spread, the Four of Wands indicates that something is successfully concluded, and you feel joy about it. And how to celebrate your achievements, celebrate your victory, your win in some competition, your opportunity to defeat a rival. Celebrate that. And this is the success you deserve because you are truly a professional who honestly, sincerely, joyfully, and positively engages in your beloved work, wishing harm to no one. And those who wish harm, well, they will get what they deserve, and you will become the winners. Therefore, the card here indicates that complete that important task, which either you will encounter it or it will be relevant for you in April. So indeed, bring it to completion and achieve victory. After all this effort and success, thoroughly delight yourself and your loved ones. Throw a truly festive celebration. Have a good rest. There are clearly people around you who will be genuinely happy for you and who will indeed be glad for your achievements as well as victories. That's truly the forecast meant just for you, dear golden fish. Subscribe to the Tarot Life channel. I will be very glad to have you. Here, each of you will find your own forecast for the soul, and I thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, as always, on the Tarot Life channel. Be sure to visit with love, your Angelica. Hugs to you and goodbye.